Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. This is a hand-painted design that I had a lot of fun making because I didn't start with my exact quote in mind. I just used the colors that were there and the shapes that were there to kind of go with the flow, draw circles first, and then make the words come after the circles. So in this video, I'm going to go through and read it and what the most typical readers start to finish route would be, and then I'm going to go through it in the way I wrote it. And I'm going to also go through it in a couple of different ways that could be read that aren't necessarily wrong. So, in the script, you start reading at the bottom and you go counterclockwise, like a time traveler going back in time. And above me, I have a little cheat sheet that I'll be referring to. These different letter stems form the rows. In the very top row, there is a deep divot like a horseshoe or an omega. Middle row, there's a full circle that has a circle that's completely inside the word circle. Then there's a shallow divot in the third row, and then the bottom row is a full circle that crosses the line of the word circle. And then these columns are the lines that end on the letter stem, and these columns are if there are dots that are next to the letter stem. And then vowels are all of the little guys. They're down here, and they can also be attached to these different letter stems. So the big circle is the consonant, the little circle is the vowel. So let's go ahead and get to reading this in what a typical reader would look at and following if, you knew the script and were just looking at this for the first time. So since reading order starts at the bottom, one might start here and read, or one might start here because there's a little start marker here that's just kind of hidden in how I have it cropped. But let's go ahead and start here. It starts with the letter L, a full circle with 3 dots, an O, an S, and a T, so lost. A, and then an ND has 4 dots. B is a full circle with no modifiers. E, A, U, line going outwards. T, I, line going inwards. F has 3 line modifiers and a deep divot. A U, line going outwards, and again another L with 3 dots. So lost and beautiful. And then both. B-O-T-H. And this is a comma. 3 dots on the L. The I has a line going inwards. 2 dots on the K, and then the E inside the K. So like. And then in this word circle, we have 1, 2, 3 lines attached to a full circle inside the word circle, and then an E on the line. And then this is the period at the end of the sentence. So lost and beautiful both, like me. And then we have this word at the start of this swirl. And this word, if we zoom in, has 1, 2, 3 dots, so that's the L. The I has a line going inwards, and then a G has 1 line, and H has 2 lines, and the T has nothing, so light. H, A, S has N with 1 line, O, so no. 2 dots on the K, or the K sound, an O inside the word circle. The L with 1, 2, 3 dots, the O, and then the R with 3 dots. And then we have this shallow divot at the bottom of the circle, so that's a T, and then the I has 1 line on it, and this 1, 2, 3 dots, the double L for till. Then it has an I, line going inwards, and then the T, so it, I, line going inwards, and then an S, so is, so till it is. And then this great big circle here is B-R-O-K-E-N, broken. It'd also be very possible to read it starting here at the bottom with the word light. So, light has no color till it is broken. Lost and beautiful both, like me. Or you could read it as lost and beautiful both, like me. Light has no color till it is broken. Or you could even start here, light, like me, has no color until it is broken. Lost and beautiful both. There's lots of ways you could read it. None of them are technically wrong, because part of the flow and the spiral and the disconnect and the different chunks are all kind of how it played. So I'm going to go through and talk about the order in which I wrote the words. The first word I wrote was the word light, because I knew I wanted to do something along the lines of rainbow literally being reflected or broken light, light that is split up into its colors. And then I made this word broken. I set this aside. I was like, okay. And then there was a nice big space for a word here that had a shallow divot here. So what word ends with a shallow divot? Oh, color. So light has no color. Then these guys I chose because of how they nestle. So T, because it overlaps here, it starts with a T. And then this one has a shallow divot or a T, SV, whatever, anything in that third row. So till it is what was chosen. So instead of the word until, which would have a different look than the word till. So yeah. Light has no color till it is broken was written first. And then I had absolutely no idea what to write here. So I just started kind of placing circles, making them fit in, and I wanted them to go and look like they fade to the background, so I added these 3 lines. They're just decoration. I made this little guy here, which ended up being the word me, because I made kind of too many concentric circles, and me is a really easy word to make with concentric circles. And then this one was a full circle with no modifiers, like no deep divots or shallow divots, so I was stuck with either, well, only J stems, only things in the second row. So like is a word that I could fit inside a word circle that had only the things in the second row, so like me. And then I just did this shape with the TH stem because I knew I wanted it kind of down low, but also spaced out a little bit more to kind of fill in this shaped space here. And then I made a big circle here, well, just this kind of parenthesis line, and left the space inside here to make whatever word I wanted. And then in this word, I started at the bottom and then did these 2 shallow divots to link up here. So once I figured the like me, I figured out this word both next, B-O-T-H, and then I did beautiful, and then I was like, okay, so there's something and beautiful both, like me, that makes sense. So I filled in the word and then, okay, what's something that has 2 shallow divots and starts with a J stem? Okay, lost, L-O-S-T, lost can look like that. So that is my process for how I made that, and I hope that adds a little bit to this video, and I hope you like your design. Yeah, light has no color till it is broken. Lost and beautiful both, like me.